How's it going, everybody? And I will rescue you from both your own people and the Gentiles. Yes, I am sending you to the Gentiles to open their eyes so they may turn from darkness to light. So you see, Uncle C, that Paul was the apostle to the Gentiles. Just thought I'd throw that out there. And from the power of Satan to God. Then they will receive forgiveness for their sins and be forgiven a place among God's people who are set apart by faith in me. And so, King Agrippa, I obeyed that vision from heaven. I preached first to those in Damascus, then in Jerusalem, and throughout all Judea, and also to Gentiles, that all must repent of their sins and turn to God and prove they have changed by the good things they do. Some Jews arrested me in the temple for preaching this, and they tried to kill me. But God had protected me right up to this present time, so I can testify to everyone, from the least to the greatest. I teach nothing except what the prophets and Moses said would happen, that the Messiah would suffer and be the first to rise from the dead, and in this way announce God's light to Jews and Gentiles alike. Suddenly, Festus shouted, "Paul, you're insane. Too much study has made you crazy." Whereupon, O King Agrippa, I was not disobedient unto the heavenly vision, but showed first unto them of Damascus and at Jerusalem and throughout all the coast of Judea, and then to the Gentiles that should repent. Did I already read all this? I did. Y'all, I paused for a long time and did something else because I highlighted that and I was going to do a Bible study with somebody on it on email. And sorry about that. So we're in Daniel now. My bad. All right, then Daniel, whose name was Belteshazzar, per their God, their gods, or their religion, I should say, was astonished for 1 hour, and his thoughts troubled him. Oh, excuse me. The king spake and said, Belteshazzar, let not the dream or the interpretation thereof trouble thee. Belteshazzar answered, or Daniel answered and said, my lord, the dream be to them that hate you, because he's going to get knocked down, and the interpretation thereof to thine enemies. So your enemies are going to be loving this. So he's feeling bad for them. The tree that you saw in your dream, which grew and was strong, whose height reached all the way to heaven, and the sight thereof to all the earth, whose leaves were fair and the fruit thereof much, and in it was meat for all, food for all. Under the beasts of the field dwelt, so all the animals were taken care of, and upon whose branches and the fowls of heaven had their habitation. It's you, O king, that art grown and become strong. Well, he's the king of Babylon that ran the earth. So he's in charge of all the food, basically all the animals, livestock. For thy greatness is grown and reacheth unto heaven, and thy dominion to the end of the earth. It was the world ruling system. There wasn't like all these other countries that had their own separate thing going on. Sorry, I took my eyes off of it. Where am I at? And whereas the king saw a watcher, or an angel, and an holy one, like an angel, coming down from heaven and saying, hew down the tree and destroy it, yet leave the stump of the roots thereof in the earth, even with a band of iron and brass, in the tender grass of the field, and let it be wet with the dew of heaven, and let his portion be with the beast of the field, till 7 times pass over him. Excuse me. This is the interpretation, O king, and this is the decree from the Most High, which is come upon my lord, the king. Love you very much. Ask questions anytime. That's what I'm here for.